Good morning. Happy Monday. Hey y'all, what's up? How y'all doing? Uh-oh. Hold down. I'm sorry, y'all. I was trying to wrap up a call. Y'all know Mondays I have to do calls before I come on. Okay. I have Monday meetings that I have to get through. So thank y'all for being patient so that I could handle my business. Okay. But I'm here. How y'all doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's get into the show, but we're going to speak to everyone first. I see you guys all coming in. All right, let's speak. I see you. Sheila Bennett is in the house. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning. Deborah Johnson is here. Leslie Salmon is here. Angela Cuff is here. Ronnie is here. My top flight Rose is in the building. Denise Slay is in the building. Good morning. Sheila Washington, good morning. Cassandra D is here. Good morning. Delilah T is here. April R in Virgo. If y'all need a good RN, go on and holler at April. She got you. Let's see. George Denise is here. Good morning. Cheryl Williams. Good morning. Josie Kurtz. Good morning. Since I thought I was going to have to send a wellness check on you this morning. No, ma'am. I'm here, Miss Josie. I have to do my morning calls on Monday. I have morning meetings before I go live. So I handle that and then I come on. Okay. Thank y'all for being here though. Okay. Don't send nobody from me. I'm here. Okay. Gotta handle business. All right. Greatness Love is here. Good morning, love. Eve Parker is here. Sylvia Blow is here. Kim, you is in the building. Good morning. Shirley Terry is here. Good morning, Kim Jones. I see you. Carla Burrell. Verdi Tulu Taylor is here. Lisa Bell is here. So I'm here waiting on you. I'm here. Thank you. What happened is here. Good morning. Zamona Miller is here. Bridget J is here. Good morning. Good morning, Kelly Davis. Tammy Fox is here. Vera Dockery is here. Daisy Lewis is here. Pamela Williams is here. Mary Jacobs is here. So I have my coffee and my dancing slippers. Come on, slippers. Simple Mom Family TV is in the building. Good morning, ma'am. Let's see. Mashonda Jackson, AA Notary. If you guys need anything notarized, head on over to Miss Mashonda. She got you. Y'all support Black business, okay? All right, Miss Know-It-All is here. Good morning. All right, so that looks like everyone so far. We're almost at 100 in the chat. Let's go ahead and jump on in. Everything said in the video is alleged, in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. All right, Miss Shirley McCrary, I see you, love. Thanks for being here, stopping by, and that goes for everyone here. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. Y'all know politics is first. We're not going to stay on it too long. Just enough time for you guys to see what's going on. All right, I see you, Miss Mary Jacobs. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. Hollywood Unlocked. Thank you. Let's go ahead and jump in. Trump is out here trumping, child. I hate talking about him, but baby, we got to stay on his ass because there's so much going on. It's so much going on. And if we don't keep up with what's going on, child, ain't no telling what's going to pop off. Okay. Let's get it. So it said that Donald Trump shares his thoughts on the No Kings protest that went down yesterday. There's a lot of people out with the picket signs all over the place, y'all. Even over in Japan, people are protesting. Not sure why. Maybe for us, I guess. Shit. But people everywhere are protesting, and Trump is acting very much so unbothered. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Protests over the weekend, the No Kings protests.
I think it's a joke. I looked at the people. They're not representative of this country. And I looked at all the brand new signs paid for, I guess it was paid for by Soros and other radical left lunatics. It looks like it was. We're checking it out. The demonstrations were very small, very ineffective, and the people were whacked out. When you look at those people, those are not representative of the people of our country.
Mr. President, besides San Francisco...
By the way, I'm not a king. I'm not a king. I work my ass off to make our country great. That's all it is. I'm not a king at all.
Besides...
What's your response to the protests over the weekend?
Y'all see that? People are out, y'all. Said what is it? We the people don't want a king. I know that's right. We damn sure don't want no damn king or a dictatorship. We hear it one more time, then we're going to get up off it.
I think it's a joke. I looked at the people. They're not representative of this country. And I looked at all the brand new signs paid for, I guess it was paid for by Soros and other radical left lunatics. It looks like it was. We're checking it out. The demonstrations were very small, very ineffective, and the people were whacked out. When you look at those people, those are not representative of the people of our country.
Mr. President, besides San Francisco...
By the way, I'm not a king. I'm not a king. I work my ass off to make our country great. That's all it is. I'm not a king at all.
Besides...
When you work your ass off to do what? Because from what I've seen, we get ready to see here in a second. People getting ready to not get no food stamps next month. There's a lot of people not getting paid because the damn government is shut down. You ain't working hard enough. Shit, stay off the golf course and get in there and make some decisions. Let's continue, child. All right, let's stop sharing. Let's get this next topic up. Y'all gonna be pissed off by this one. I'm sorry, I gotta show you, child, because his mentality is just of Satan, child. When it comes to y'all know a lot of people not getting paid with this shutdown going on, but this is what Trump had to say. All right, said that Donald Trump, y'all president, honey, told reporters Wednesday that his administration has the people that we want paid receiving pay during the ongoing government shutdown. Let's go ahead and hear what he had to say. Then we're going to read up more on it.
On the shutdown, sir, are FBI officials being paid right now? Are all the FBI employees being paid, and are all the...
Well, that's what I understand. I hope so.
Thanks to your great work, Mr. President, the 1811 special agents at the FBI are going to receive their paychecks.
Got a lot of people paid, actually. We got the people that we want paid, okay? And we want the FBI paid, we want the military paid. We got the people that we want paid. And I'll tell you, the Democrats, they don't talk about this. You know, we're getting rid of programs that we didn't like, but that were negotiated in, but we didn't like. We're terminating those programs, and they're going to be terminated on a permanent basis. And it's thousands of people, and it's billions of dollars. We're getting rid of a lot of things that we never wanted because of the fact that they made this stupid move. And they don't want to talk about it. You know, they have their day coming up. I hear very few people are going to be there, by the way. But they have their day coming up, and they want to have their day in the sun. But they should really make a deal. So what we're doing, I mean, they call him Darth Vader, but he's actually a very nice person, Russell Vogt. But Russell Vogt is really terminating tremendous numbers of Democrat projects. There's not only jobs, I mean, the project in Manhattan, the project in New York, it's billions and billions of dollars that Schumer has worked 20 years to get. It's terminated. Tell him it's terminated, Jennifer. All right.
Lord. So federal funding for public media zeroed out, supports PBS NewsHour, safeguard independent trust journalism with our generous gift now. All right, so let's go ahead and read. It says we want the FBI paid, we want the military paid, according to Trump. Says during an appearance at the Oval Office with FBI Director Kash Patel, Attorney General Pam Bondi, and other administrative officials. Said we've got the people that we want paid. Wow. It said that he also praised the work of Russ Vought, the head of the White House Office of Management and Budget. Said that they call him Darth Vader, but he's actually a very nice person. Russell Vought is really terminating tremendous numbers of Democrat projects. Said that the president, of course, said, referring to part of the Hudson Tunnel project and the 2nd Avenue subway, both in New York. It goes on to say that the government shutdown has stretched into its 3rd week with no end currently in sight. The Senate failed to advance a government funding bill yet again on Wednesday. So they're still waiting to make a decision to see how things are going to, I guess, be resolved on the financial end within the government. Okay. A lot of people are going to be affected by this. They're already seeing the effect in this. And with that being said, let's get into the next topic, because that's definitely in conjunction to what we just talked about. All right. So if you guys still have food stamps, for those of you to get them, if you still have food stamps on your card, go ahead and start buying things now. Y'all know next month is Thanksgiving, and before Thanksgiving, you still got to eat and or survive. But the food stamp program will run out of funds in 2 weeks, you guys, leaving 42 million people at risk of losing food aid after the government shutdown. This is sad. This is crazy. This is ludicrous. This is a whole bunch of names that I could say right now. Damn, this is horrible. All right. Let's get into it. Because of the ongoing federal shutdown, SNAP, the food stamp program, is funded for October, but November benefits are uncertain. Federal officials have told states to hold off on the usual files that load next month's payments onto EBT cards, signaling that November funds aren't secured yet. Now, that's where the about 2 weeks warning comes from. If Congress doesn't act soon, the program could hit a funding gap. That's going to hurt a lot of people. 42 million. Damn. Now, if the gap isn't resolved, roughly 41 to 42 million people who rely on SNAP could see delays or miss November reloads. States are preparing contingency plans, but They cannot distribute money that hasn't been authorized. Now, bottom line is October is safe. November is at risk unless lawmakers approve new funding. Recipients should watch for updates from their state benefits office for the most accurate timing on their individual EBT uploads. If there's anyone that's affected by that, you guys, if you still have, benefits on your card, you probably want to go ahead and start buying things and putting things away for a rainy day. All right. Because it doesn't look like they're making any type of decision so far with this government shutdown. And if not, then benefits will be cut off and November will not receive any uploads at this time. Right. That is very sad. I'm very sad about it. If you know someone that's elderly that you could help, go by there and give them a few things. Okay. $25, 30, if you can buy somebody $25 or $30 worth of groceries and just take it to them as in good faith, you'll be blessed by that because the more you give, the more you receive. Okay. Help somebody that definitely needs some help. If somebody's on SNAP benefits, especially elderly people that can't get out and get to the stores and get the things that they need, go by and check on people. Make sure that they're good. Give them a bag or two of grocery. Okay. And you'll be blessed by that. This is sad. I really hope they figure this out very, very soon. Let's move on. All right. Whew. All right. So we're done with politics. Let's jump into our topics. All right, so urgent care blunder in Georgia says that a 5-year-old girl is falsely diagnosed with multiple STDs, triggering police and DFACS investigations before truth was revealed. Let's get into this. This is a mess. Somebody might get sued behind this.
This exclusive story you'll see only here on Fox 5. A local mother says her 5-year-old child wasn't feeling well, so she took her to an urgent care in College Park.
That's when the little girl received a test result stating she had several STDs. Fox 5's Larry Spruill is live in Buckhead. Larry, you talked to the mother and the attorney about this. What did they have to tell you?
And yeah, I just spoke with them at the attorney's office right here in Buckhead. Now, that mother tells me that the last few months have been difficult for her daughter and the family. Now, a second test proved the first result was wrong, but that was after the urgent care called police and DFACS. Now, that mother wonders, how did this happen?
I don't want it to happen to anyone else.
You can hear the raw emotion in this mother's voice as she tells me about the tragic event that happened April of this year. We are blurring the mother's face and not identifying her or her daughter for privacy reasons, and because her daughter is just 5 years old.
She feels violated
And now confused. The mother says she took her daughter to an urgent care in College Park because she was sick. The urgent care took a urine sample from the little girl.
They told me that she had trichomonias, gonorrhea, and chlamydia, and I knew right then that was incorrect because I protect my daughter.
She then took her daughter to the Children's Health Care of Atlanta. That's where the test came back negative. The urgent care did a second test, and that test also came back negative. But this was after they called police and DFACS on the mother.
I couldn't even breathe when they came to my house. I was really thinking like they're about to take my child from me. And I knew that I was one of the best moms like I could be, and I knew that it happened to her, so I was just so scared that they was about to take my daughter from me.
I asked her attorney, Stephen Fowler, with the Fowler Law Firm, what happens next.
This case is still being investigated. We're still looking for results and answers and responses, but from what we've seen so far, there is evidence of some serious concerns with the handling of this child's health care.
An attorney for the urgent care sent me this statement. It says, in part, my client is obligated to follow all laws ranging from protecting patient privacy to mandatory reporting requirements, and that these laws are put in place to protect all patients. Now, that same attorney for the urgent care tells me that they use a third party for lab results, and they were just reporting the information they were given. Reporting in Buckhead, I'm Larry Spruill, Fox 5 News.
It's an exclusive story you'll see only here on Fox 5. A local mother says her 5-year-old...
That's a lot right there. Where do we begin? I guess from the top. Shit. Imagine taking your child your child that don't feel good to urgent care for them to check your child out to see what's wrong. You'd probably think it's just a little cold, maybe just a little, maybe the flu or something like that, maybe a little small infection that they can give the child something and they'll be all right in the next couple of days, only to get there and find out that they tell you all of these things, several different STDs, trichomoniasis, whatever you say, gonorrhea, chlamydia, and all this shit. You standing there like, what the fuck? Because I know good and damn well my child ain't been exposed like that, not 5-year-old. Of course, with tests that come back like that, immediately they do have to report to DFACS and police because it would appear that the child was violated by someone. Okay. But that did not turn out to be the case. And whoever this third party company is, maybe they got the baby's test mixed up with someone else who may have had those said STDs or whatever. But it's their responsibility to make sure that they are reporting accurate information, because this could have caused this woman to, one, receive charges, have her child taken away from her, among other things. Okay. This is crazy. I don't know how I would react in a situation like that. But thankfully the mother sought to go and get a second opinion, which most of everybody should go and do that. If a doctor tell you something, you want to get a second opinion to make sure, because doctors make mistakes as well. Just because they're a doctor, don't take their first, diagnosis. Oh my God, I'm going to die. No, go get a second opinion, because sometimes it can be wrong. It can be wrong. So upon them going back and doing the test again, it came back negative. Thank God. This is horrible. What do y'all think about that sound off? We ain't gonna sound it no more, child. This right here was a lot. This was a lot. Oh my God, I had to share that one though. All right, let's continue. Anybody ever experienced this before, where you go somewhere and you get some tests done and they give you the wrong diagnosis after you get maybe a second opinion? Has anyone ever experienced that? Let me know. Let's continue though. Child. All right, next topic. Yeah, we're gonna get some deep topics today. I hope you guys are ready. Y'all sound off in the comments. Yeah, that is a lot. That's a lot. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk. Shout out to It's On Site for that post too as well. Let's get into a human remains of a missing Philly woman, Kata Scott. I hope that's how you say her name. Kata Scott. We'll say Kata. All right. Kata Scott found buried behind a vacant school. The suspect is held on kidnapping charges. All right. So they did find this person. Thank God. We're seeing a lot of this happening, where a lot of our Black women are being found unalive. Okay, we definitely need to check on our people, honey. Check on people. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm grown. I ain't got to tell nobody where I'm going." Sometimes it's good to tell a person where you're going. So if you don't make it to that destination when you're supposed to, people can go ahead and be alerted and report it. Nowadays, with people coming up missing, with trafficking, kidnapping, and all of these things going on, a lot of people now, we're finding out these girls are on these dating sites and these men are unaliving our Black women. So we definitely got to keep our eyes on the prize and definitely check on your people. Check on people. Tell people where you're going. I don't leave the house without telling my husband, babe, I'm about to run up here to Publix right quick. I'll be right back. So he knows if I'm going to Publix, it only take me just a couple minutes. Okay, get what I need to get, come on back home. After a certain time, if I'm not back, then you are definitely going to be alarmed. So let's practice letting people know where you're going. I know everybody that's under the sound of my voice, you're an adult, and that's fine. But nowadays, with people coming up missing, you gotta let somebody know your whereabouts so that you can be safe. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get into this next topic.
Yeah, and right now, police and the district attorney's office are on the medical examiner's timeline, awaiting for confirmation on whose remains were found behind the vacant school. This afternoon, school safety officers stood guard outside the desolate Ada Lewis Middle School, one day after the discovery of human remains behind the building near Aubrey Park in Germantown. Chopper 6 was overhead yesterday as investigators uncovered the remains in what police describe as a shallow grave in a wooded area behind the school. The discovery comes amid the search for 23-year-old Kata Scott, who went missing 2 weeks ago on October 4th. Investigators and Scott's family are now waiting on the medical examiner's office to determine if the remains are Scott's. Police say it's been an all-out effort to find her.
Not every community member, they don't know that we shut down the police academy to bring 300 recruits up here to go search.
Yeah, and right now, police and the district attorney's office are on the medical examiner's timeline, awaiting for confirmation on whose remains were found behind the vacant school.
Oh, that's her. Beautiful girl found missing and unalive. This is sad. Let's go ahead and read up more on this. The suspect is held on bail. He should not get a bail. I don't know why a person who unalives somebody can get bail. I think it should be no bail. obviously you're a dangerous person if you took somebody's life. I don't think a person that takes anyone's life should get bail unless it's, under self-defense. If you do it because you're trying to defend yourself, then yeah, just definitely get out. Okay. But if you're just out here unaliving somebody just because, then no, sit your ass down until it's time for you to go to court. Let's get into it. The search for 23-year-old Kata Scott has ended in heartbreak after human remains were discovered in a wooded area behind a vacant Ada H.H. Lewis Middle School in Philadelphia, East Germantown neighborhood. Now, police confirmed Sunday night that DNA results identified the remains as Scott, who had been missing for nearly 2 weeks. Now, according to investigators, officers were led to an area on Saturday following an anonymous tip. The young woman's remains was found buried in a shallow grave near the abandoned school. Now, during a Saturday press conference, First Deputy Commissioner John Stanford expressed the department's grief and frustration over the case. No one is happy that this is the ending, according to Sanford. Says completely understand that this is a lot on our investigators. It said that a lot on all of us. It said that we all have family members, and this could have been any one of our family members. It said, if you recall, Scott, a resident of East Mount Airy, was last seen on the night of October the 4th, leaving her job at an assisted living facility in Chestnut Hill. Police says that she arrived at her first shift that evening, but left early, leaving her car behind. That was suspicious right there. Said that her family reported her missing and the following day, says in the days after her disappearance, Philadelphia police launched an extensive search. Authorities believe that the 21-year-old Keon King is connected to Scott's disappearance. King, who was reportedly the last person to have contact with her, is currently being held on a $250,000 cash bond, facing charges of kidnapping and stalking. Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner revealed that King has a troubling history of similar cases, including 2 previous violent incidences. It says that both earlier sets of charges were later withdrawn. Police have not yet released details about how Scott passed away or whether additional charges will be filed against King. Now, the investigation remains ongoing, and as we get updates, I will definitely update you guys as well. What do y'all think about that? Again, please check on your loved ones. Please check on your loved ones. Tell people where you're going. Nowadays, you got to, because people are crazy. All right, let's move on. I don't want to talk about this person this morning, but it's hot news, y'all. I'm sick of this person, Stephen A. Smith. I'm so sick of his ass. But he is in the news today, so y'all bear with me on this, child, because the irritation is starting to bubble up in me. Okay. Stephen Smith, all right, believes that LeBron James has a bias against Black journalists. Why? Because he told you the truth. He told your ass off, so now he has bias. Let's get into it. Child. This motherfucker right here. Oh, my God.
What you see is a different culture. That's a conversation we never get into it really about in professional sports, but primarily the NBA, where you got cats and they go at NBA players and stuff like that. Like, you bring up LeBron. You ever see LeBron go at a white boy? It's called what it is. You ever see him do that? You saw him come at me. Closest you ever came to seeing him do something like that was when he called out Brian Windhorst. What you calling out Brian Windhorst for? The man covered you since junior high school and has praised you repeatedly. And you use the Pat McAfee situation to go at him. You understand? And that's the only time you ever see LeBron James, really go at somebody white. I'm going to call it what it is. So we understand each other. I understand a lot more. And I'll divulge to my boy, this is what I've done. And so, what you see is a different culture. That's a conversation we never get into it really about in professional sports, but primarily the NBA, where you got cats and they go at NBA players and stuff like that. Like, you bring up LeBron. You ever see LeBron go at a white boy? It's called what it is. You ever see him do that? You saw him come at me. Closest you ever came to seeing him do something like that was when he called out Brian Windhorst. What you calling out Brian Windhorst for?
Shut your ass up, okay? I was laughing just now when this person said that, how can I get my settings to not show me anything dealing with Stephen A? I feel the same way. Let me know when you find them settings, because I need to go ahead and set my shit over here too, because I'm sick of him, okay? I've never seen the most sassiest, attention-seeking biatch in my whole entire life. Stephen Smith, if you could just do your job and focus on talking about sports, okay? All this other shit in between, it's just giving attention-seeking is what it's giving. Ain't nobody checking for that. People are irritated by you. You continuously get read down and you still come back on the same bullshit. Like, you really need to have some self-reflection, because at this point, it's just null and void when it comes to you. Everybody's tired of your ass. Just do your job. You have such a hard on for LeBron, but you didn't have that energy when LeBron was standing in your damn face at the game. You didn't have that energy. You stood there all mute and just sitting there staring up at him while he was cussing your ass out. You didn't say anything. And then you went and walked back to your seat and sat down like you had some sense and couldn't wait to get back to your damn platform so you can run your mouth. I'm feeling like that's where you run your mouth the most, is on your platform. And then when you get in front of the person that you really have beef with, you on mute. It's giving that you a punk ass bitch out here. Yeah, I said it. Fight me. Okay, shit. That's what it's giving. Move right along. I ain't got no more for him. Silly ass. Ciao. All right, so for those of you who were fans of the show Dancing Dolls, as I was, okay, I think it was on Lifetime. I was definitely a fan of the Dancing Dolls. I did not like Diana. I told you guys I had a weird experience with Diana where my husband and I and my son, we were out somewhere and did not know that she was bringing the Dancing Dolls to Atlanta. They looked like they were moving some things in, so it looked like they were just moving into the Dancing Dolls area that they were that they just purchased here in Atlanta. And I was like, oh my God, they look like Diana from Dancing Dolls. And of course, you know, it was hot that day, so I had my window down because I'm looking for the actual building. It was like in a storefront. She saw our car and I was like waving like, hi, you know. She was like she didn't want to be bothered. She just had like a nasty disposition. I was like, bitch, I'm not gonna chase you. Like, I'm just saying hi. But yeah, she had like a really nasty attitude with her horse-faced ass. See, I'm gonna say it right here, Diane. If you watching my show, you horse-faced ass bitch. I said it right here. Okay, I'll never speak to your ass again. If I muster up the courage to speak to you and you give me the funky face, bitch, fuck you. Okay, I will never speak to you again. And I take my hello back. And fuck you, you can have that. Okay, give me my hello back and you can take this fuck you. That's how I feel. Yeah, I would never speak to your ass again if I go out of my way, because I chase no bitch. Okay, never. I was trying to be nice because I, enjoyed the show. And sometimes, fans, if they see you out in public, they want to speak. So you want to act funky like that? Yeah, I don't got nothing for you. You Kiki Wyatt, fuck you too, because you acted real funky too, bitch. You know how much music I bought from you? Get out of here, child. But anyway, I'm that way because I don't really fool with people anyway. But if I do speak and you act funky, you can forever forget me ever fooling with you again. But let's get into this now that I got that out of my system. All right, we back. So our former Dancing Dolls, Kayla Jones, and her mother, Tina Jones, are back on television, okay, in a new series entitled Encore. I might watch it, as long as Diana ain't on there. With the reunion streaming Sundays on Brandon TV. I gotta see if I got Brandon TV now. In this clip, it said that the ladies reconnect over an explosive season that tested their mother and daughter bond, with millions of fans and their co-stars weighing in on their dynamics. Now, from wedding misunderstandings to accusations being thrown, and they are setting the record straight. It said that they have a dynamic that just some people don't understand, according to Tina. Now, I said the Brandon TV is available to download on Roku. I do have Roku. Amazon Fire Stick, I got all that. Google TV got that. Android TV, and on mobile devices in the Apple Store and on Google Play. All right, so we'll see. Let me see what I've got, child. So this Brandon TV. All right, so for those of you that want to watch it, let's go ahead and watch the clip that they have here. For those of you that are Dancing Doll fans,
the shock of us going back and forth is it's very shocking, but the love we got, yes, because like I say, now chaos was one issue. The other issue that people didn't know is 2 days after we buried Chaos, I went into the hospital for a week after the infection that he had was spreading into me for a whole week. When you see 7 infectious disease doctors walk into your room and go, what antibiotic are we going to try today?
So you weren't sure that you were going to make it.
And that one went and got a blow up mattress, spent every second on that floor. Every time they opened that door, she opened her eyes. Every time they tried to put anything around me, on me, or through that IV, what is that? What are you doing? What does it do? And what's the name of it? Because y'all killed my brother, and your damn sure ain't gonna kill my mom.
That's true. That's right.
Wow.
And I'm like, for people to be like, I didn't know their relationship was messed up. Our relationship ain't never been fucking messed up. We had a misunderstanding.
Yes, exactly.
But baby,
exactly.
when I tell you, Ain't no war that we ever gonna have against each other. You know what I'm saying? Never. So, yeah. Am I pissed off at her all the time? Do I just, you know what I'm saying? Do I care? Hell yeah. Was I upset that she thought I didn't care? Hell yeah. I'm saying I'm like on the blow up mattress for a week. No, that ain't, yeah, we gonna have a misunderstanding.
That's true love. That's the love I was talking about.
And I'm gonna tell her, Gary, get out my face. You know, on what did you do? Like and we have, and then a lot of things people don't understand is our relationship. I would talk about her just like I talk about her, and she knew. She'd be like, Tina, I know you're gonna say something. You know,
you just like it there.
Yeah. But then she don't know. She do the same thing I do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like she said, if she don't like dress, I'm gonna tell her. She gonna do that. So we have a dynamic that some people just don't understand.
Okay. Check it out. Let's like the dancing dog. Like every episode, I had my shocker set for this show, baby. When it used to come on, I used to love that. But so if you guys want to check it out, if you have all of these things, honey, Roku, Amazon, Fire Stick, all that, Google TV, Android TV, go ahead and download Branded TV so that you can see the Encore. That's what it's called, or Encore. Don't let me tell you wrong. Encore, not the Encore, but Encore. Okay. All right, let's move along. This is a very touching topic here. Y'all know I love touching topics. No, I'm not going to cry. Let's get into it, though. I love stuff like this. So let's share. Let's share where this teacher, honey, went beyond. So a teacher buys a student new shoes after he shows respect for his elders, okay? I said that the students mistreated this kid who couldn't afford the proper things the teacher surprised him with. All right, let's get into it. This is so sad. This is so sad, but it's a good ending. Really? Hold on. Let's do this. I know they're not doing this, honey. All right, let's see.
So this is Tracy. So Tracy, yesterday when you were in my class doing testing, what were you telling me? How were the kids treating me yesterday?
They were treating me bad.
Why? What were they doing?
They were talking and respecting me.
And not listening. And tell me, what did you tell me about that? What you wouldn't do? What your parents taught you?
My parents told me to respect people.
Right. So with that being said, I wanted to do something nice for you. Me and my family, me and my boys did something nice for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Aw.
Go look.
Thank you. Ooh.
Thank you.
Aw.
Open it. You're welcome.
That's so nice. Y'all see that? Let's see. Oh, he's crying, y'all.
Oh, don't cry. Oh my God. Oh,
thank you.
You are so welcome.
Huh?
You like them? So this is what being respectful, and this is what it does for you. God bless me.
Aww.
So me and my family wanted to bless you just from that little conversation me and you had yesterday, okay? All right.
That is so sweet. So all the kids used to pick at him with his shoes, but he was one of the most respectful kids in class. So they went together and they got him some Nike, some cute little shoes too. And he became very emotional. So y'all see the shoes that he was wearing, and they bought him some new shoes and he was very grateful. You guys see him tearing up. So, okay. I love stuff like that. So shout out to this teacher for doing that and buying him some new shoes. And they match what he has on too, right? Ain't that nice? I love stuff like this. A little mushiness, okay? Let's move along. Shout out to Celebrity Word on that, okay? Moving right along, honey. All right, let's get into this next person with all these damn mug shots. I said, damn, lady. Damn, lady. Right? All right, so no post museum. Let's get into this. District 5 deserves integrity, not indictments, okay? So this person here is working, she's like a city commissioner or something for District 5. But look at all these mugshots she has, y'all. Damn, lady. She got more mugshots than Tommy out here. Then Marlo. Y'all know Marlo got a bunch of mugshots too. All right, so let's go ahead and read up. So it says that with this many mugshots, how does former suspended commissioner qualified to run again. It says, as a reminder, Regina Hill is running for Orlando City Commissioner, District 5, despite 7 current felony charges that include exploitation of the elderly and mortgage fraud. How in the world is she running? Said that this is the kind of leadership Orlando, aka the City of Beautiful, has had for the past decade since the powwowing on June 12th of 2016. They said with characters like these running the show, it's no wonder why Mayor Buddy Dryer, who also has a mugshot, has gotten his way for so long. It's no wonder why the city was able to hide the facts from the public. Damn, she got a bunch of them. All right, so it said that most people go their whole lives without ever getting a single mugshot. Regina Hill has several, says, and we received word that there may even be more. Says, if and when we get these additional mugshots, we will be posting them, of course. It said that, but this isn't about a few past mistakes, that this is a pattern. Said that this is her character. Fraud is not a mistake. They say it's a choice that takes planning. Is no victim, or she's no victim of the criminal justice system. She's a repeat offender. Worse, it says she's a rubber stamp for Mayor Buddy Dyer. It said that America electing a felon as president shouldn't set the standards for every political office. Said that we can and must choose better. It sounds like they don't want her in office because she got all these damn mugshots. And I said that Regina Hill's mugshots just further supports our endorsement of Lawana Geltzer. It says that Orlando needs integrity, not indictment. So it sounds like they don't want this woman running for office again, and she has decided to run for commissioner again, Orlando City Commissioner again, with all of these mugshots. They're not in favor of it because she has 7 current felony charges that includes exploitation of the elderly and mortgage fraud. What do y'all think about that? You never know who the people that you voted for, you never know what the hell they got going on in their life or what they've done prior to running for office. This is crazy. But this lady here, child, look at all these mugshots though. She looks great. She's like a crackhead down here though. I don't know what she's going through right here in these two, but she look rough. Okay, girl, you look rough. All right, so let's continue on. What y'all think? Anybody in Florida, if y'all know who this person is, y'all don't vote for her. All right, move right along. Yeah, we already did that. Hold on. I can't believe I posted the same thing, child. Moving right along, child. Let's see. All right, so this topic here, a few of you guys sent me this, so I said, let me go ahead and talk about it. I had at least 3 people send me this topic, so obviously y'all want to hear about it, so we're going to talk about it, okay? Racism, honey, racism. Will it ever go away? I doubt it. Okay, I doubt it. Shout out to Black Love Page. A Black police officer says that he was humiliated after being the only member of his group asked to pay for breakfast at a Chick-fil-A. Now, y'all go to Chick-fil-A, you know you're going to get a great experience. You know they're going to treat you right. They're going to have a good attitude. You pull up, your order should be right. I think every time I've ever been to Chick-fil-A, they've always gotten my order right, and it's always been a good experience. So I've never gotten anybody with a bad attitude or anything. I don't know if that's the way they train them, but let's get into this. Okay, let's go ahead and play the video first, and then we'll read up.
Kind of humiliated and embarrassed, at the whole situation, because it seemed like it was a racial issue to me.
Clover Police Sergeant Tracy Reed had that experience at a Chick-fil-A restaurant in Augusta, Georgia, while on a work trip a few weeks ago. He and 3 other CPD officers, all of them white, went into the restaurant for breakfast.
We all came into the restaurant together, we rode together, came in the restaurant together, all had the same uniform on, stood in line together. There was never a time that we were not together.
I was kind of humiliated and embarrassed, at the whole situation.
They say all 3 white officers were offered a complimentary meal, which they say is often offered to law enforcement at the popular restaurant chain. But when Sergeant Reed got to the register, he had to pay.
He said he had to pay for his meal, and it infuriated me. And I told him, I said, "Do you want me to go say something?" And he was like, "No, I don't want you to cause a scene."
They say all 3 white officers were offered a complimentary meal, which they say is often offered to law enforcement at the popular restaurant chain. But when Sergeant Reed got to the register, he had to pay.
He said he had to pay for his meal, and
I would have walked the hell right up out of there. I mean, like Chick-fil-A, okay? All right, so a Black police officer says that he was humiliated after being the only member of his group asked to pay for breakfast at a Chick-fil-A. Said that while his 3 white colleagues were given complimentary meals. Yeah, that's some racism right there. So why is it that they get to get free meals, and then when they get to me, it's, oh, that would be $7.99. Why is that? So Tracy Reed, an officer from Clover, South Carolina, said that he and his colleagues stopped at a Chick-fil-A in Augusta, Georgia during a recent work trip. While it's common for restaurants to offer free meals to law enforcement, said that Reed, who was in uniform along with his peers, was the only one not offered the courtesy. Said that we came in together, same uniform, stood in line. There was never a time that we were not together. Now, Sergeant Jay Gordon, one of Reed's white colleagues, told WSOC TV, said that Reed said that the incident left him feeling humiliated and embarrassed. Yeah, absolutely. Said it seemed like it was a racial issue to me, according to Reed. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about it? Have anyone ever experienced any type of racism in restaurants or anywhere where you're shopping? Okay. Anyone getting that little white privilege to feel like they can jump you in line? And I had a woman to do that to me in line. She jumped in front of me and I had to let her ass know, no, excuse me, because I'm that type. If I'm waiting, because I already don't like waiting. I'm impatient as hell. But don't jump in front of me and then keep looking straight like you know you can jump in front of me, because I'm definitely going to say something. But this right here was definitely a case of racism. I didn't like that. And I feel like the other white officers, they should have given their food back and said, hey, if this is how you're going to treat my colleague, we're all not going to eat here. We're going to go somewhere else. Just to show them that we all are here together. I stick by him. We don't feel like this is right that you're doing to our colleague. He is a part of us. If something break off in this motherfucker, he going to be the one to come up in here and shut it down. Okay. Yeah, you want me to protect and serve if something pop off in this bitch, but then you want to treat me like you're treating me in front of everyone and my colleagues. The other officers should have took their trays back up and said, we're not going to eat here because of the treatment of my colleague. That's how you shut that down, to let them know it's not okay. That's how you do that. That's how you do that. Okay. If he felt humiliated, you guys stood there and watched this go down. The officers, the other white officers should have asked, why does he have to pay? Because you guys didn't charge us. See, be loud and proud about this. Take up for your colleague and say, why are you guys charging him? Because you guys did not charge us. What's the reason that he's being charged if our food is complimentary? Now, if he's going to be charged, what we're going to do is you guys can take the food back and we're going to just leave, because we don't feel like this is right that our colleague is being treated this way. That's how you do that. Okay. You know, you shouldn't have had to even ask the black officer, do you want me to go say something? That should have been automatic. White officers, okay? That should have been automatic, where you take your ass up there and say, excuse me. Now, I see that you guys are charging my black colleague here. Why is that? Because y'all told us our food was free. So why y'all asking him to pull his wallet out when you didn't ask us to do the same? So since we all came together, we worked together, we're going to all leave together, and y'all can take these funky ass, rusty ass biscuits back, because we don't want this bullshit. You got to say it with your lips tight so they know you mean it. That's how you handle that shit. All right. That's how you handle that. You had to ask him nothing. Do you want me to go and say something to them? Do you want me to go up there and say something to them? Bitch, yeah. Tell them we all leaving. That's how you handle it. So what y'all think about it? Sound off in the comments, okay? Moving right along. Child. The nerve of them. The nerve. All right, so we have a new child. They said she's the new superhead of the industry out here. All right. She's doing a little tell-all on men in the industry that she slept with. I don't know why women think that's such a flex to get on platforms and tell on a roster of men that you chose to sleep with and open your legs to. I don't know why that is such a flex nowadays, but let's go ahead and get into it. Superhead, I blame you, because you kicked all this shit off with this funky ass book, this Vixen book that you put out. Now this bitch here running around gladly telling people that she slept with other people's husbands and people in the rap industry and NBA and all that stuff, rappers. And girl, have you been to the clinic lately? Maybe that was your test results from the 5-year-old that we read about earlier. Because ain't no way in the hell you done slept with all these people and you ain't caught something, allegedly. That might have been your results from the 5-year-old from down there at the clinic down there. Let's go ahead and look at this bullshit. Nasty self.
And you walked Flamenco while he was with Tammy?
Yes.
And you had a conversation with Tammy?
Yes.
And gave her the receipt?
Yeah, I gave her the receipts and everything. I didn't know celebrities like you and like don't talk to you after.
How long did you and Offset fuck around though?
That was it.
That was it?
Girl, that was it. He hated me.
It was Snoop Dogg in the video, and he was snorting lines off of your chest.
I FaceTimed him. He answered with his full face on the camera.
Sorry, I'm like in the middle of getting ready right now.
Now, he was very married at the time.
I found out he was married when he flew me out for the BET Awards, and on stage, he's thanking his wife. I'm like,
How was 50 Cent in that?
I remember Good Dick. That's why I could tell you my good dicks.
Okay, Good Dicks.
Yeah, Young Thug, #1.
You Emin? Bitch, you are the Black Willow. How did you meet Emin though?
Through DMs. Everything is through DMs.
He hit you in the DM?
Girl, DMs are the easiest thing. That's why I exposed
Now, Tiana is so unproblematic, but I've told her she needs to stop letting bitches in her bed. Now, you were in a bathroom stall with Lil Meech, giving him head.
You know, you have to give your man head wherever you're at.
Now, academics. I seen him like in a tape online, and his belly is really huge. It's hairy. His dick was kind of small. He had to stay close.
Kinda. It's so small, babe. Literally the smallest dick ever.
And you walk Flocka while he was with Tammy.
Yeah.
And you.
Why is that a flex? Girl, you got to be the nastiest person on the face of this earth besides Superhead. Superhead been with hundreds of men. Ain't nobody gonna tell me she ain't never caught nothing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Snoop Dogg, you should be ashamed of yourself because you've been married to your wife. You've been with your wife since high school. That's your day one. She been holding you down, making sure your businesses and all that's right. I don't know what the hell. This girl must be something else for them to all be risking it all like that. And then for Amon Schubert, this is why your ass divorced now. You was messing with this girl while you were married to Tiana Taylor. DJ Academic, you just got embarrassed because she said you had the smallest peen that she's ever seen. She said the one that she felt was best in bed was Young Thug. It's looking like she's calling out Offset as well that she slept with. And let's not forget about Waka Flocka, who was also married to Tammy at the time, according to her, where she said that she had several moments with him as well. Damn. And a lot of these girls be happy to sleep with these guys unprotected. So these married men are out here messing around with nasty ass individuals like this. When you in nasty ass bathroom stalls with Lil Meech, you know how nasty a bathroom stall is? You in there on your knees in the bathroom? Girl. See, this is the shit I be talking about right now. Women. I don't know. Shantae Brodus, which is Snoop Dogg's wife, you should have slapped him 1,000 times for this shit because this don't make no sense. This don't make no kind of sense. And obviously she knew him because y'all can see she was holding up the phone, showing him on the phone talking to her. So this is the type of shit right here to be going on in the industry. These women have to watch their men because it be women like this that just be trying to, like a man, get, you know, like all these names in her little black book to say, oh, I've been with this person. I've been with that person. Superhead, like I said, kicked it off whenever she did her video vixen book, naming out all these people that she was with, from Bobby Brown to Shaq to, you know, and talking about how they were in the bedroom. I feel like that should be something private. That's not something that a stand-up type of woman, that a woman who has some type of, you know, dignity about herself would sit up on a platform and smile and just name out hundreds of names of people that she messed with in an sexual manner. That's hoism, sis. That's what that is. That's not a flex. That's called hoism. And you nasty. And you need to go get checked out and swabbed out. Make sure they swab your mouth too and see what them few bumps is in there. If you're in the bathroom on your knees with a mouth full of meat, we're going to leave it at that. Shout out to Celebrity Word. I'm move on because I'm about to throw up shit. All right, so next topic, okay? Let's get this up. Of course, Martell Holt would like this particular topic. Let me go ahead and show y'all first before we get it up, before I get that topic up. Of course, Martell would like a topic that talks about a woman being able, or a man being able to have several men, or a woman being able to have several men. As y'all can see here, Martell Holt, and I made sure to go ahead and highlight with my little red marker. Y'all see here, liked by Martell Holt. Y'all see that? Okay, his ass supposed to be in court. You ain't got time to be in court, but you on Instagram liking posts. See, you asking for a continuous in court down there for your child custody case, but you got time to sit your ass on Instagram and be liking posts, Martell. Little bitch ass nigga you. Let's get into the next topic. Let's go ahead and play what they had to say. All right. Oh, bald-headed, funky ass. All right, so it said that the monogamy dilemma no one wants to talk about. Biologically, men aren't wired for exclusivity, if I said it right, exclusivity. Why I can't say that word? Being exclusive. Shit. Now, historically, multiple partners were the norm, but modern women demand total ownership. Said that you belong to me alone. Now, here's the conflict. It says that she wants to pull him away from his nature, from his brothers, from his purpose, just lock him in her world. It says that happy wife, happy life sounds sweet until you realize that it means disregard your reality to serve mine. Says that is this love or possession? Says learn the difference inside the love. Men manipulation decoded workshop. All right, so let's go ahead and hear what she has to say. The Queen Makers Official. Someone sent this to me and showed me where Martell actually liked this topic. Let's see what she has to say, and then you'll see why she liked it. Let's go.
Women want their own man. They don't want to share the men, even though that is the more logical way that things would actually work out. Women don't want to do that. That's not the nature of a man, to be stuck with one person. But the woman wants to stick that man to one person, which is her, which is to take men away from their own reality, make men go against their own nature and trap him with her. And she don't care about what you going through, what you thinking, how you feel, as long as you serving her. That's where this thing, happy wife, happy life, come from.
Y'all hear that? Let's hear it one more time.
Women want their own man. They don't want to share the men, even though that is the more logical way that things would actually work out. Be stuck with one person. But the woman wants to stick that man to one person, which is her, which is to take men away from their own reality, make men go against their own nature and trap him with her. And she don't care about what you going through, what you thinking, how you feel, as long as you serving her. That's where this thing, happy wife, happy life, come from.
Now, the good book says when a man find a wife, that means one. He didn't say when a man find wives. Okay. So when you don't understand what being one is, then you have that mentality of you being trapped by one person and you feel like you should be able to indulge in many. That's the problem. That's why Martell is divorced right now, because you want to divulge in so many. Why do you need that many people when you can find everything you need in one? And you shouldn't be still looking when you find your one. That's called being greedy. That's disrespectful. That's called not understanding your place as a man. Because your job as a man is to please your wife, and your wife's job is to please her husband. It says it in the book. When a man findeth a wife, he findeth a good thing. That means everything within her is good. It's good to you. It's good for you. But you got to be able to pull the good out of her. But if you're so busy searching somewhere else for the good that you have right there under your roof, because you decline to see what it is in her that's so good for you, then you feel stuck, because in the real world, you don't understand your place as a man. That's what it gives. You don't understand your place. Everybody in this world, whether you're with somebody or not, you have a place somewhere. When you become a wife, your place is to be a helpmeet to your man. So if you feel like you're not finding all of that in that person, teach that person how to love you. Teach that person how to please you. Okay, because when you're with the person that you're becoming one, it's hard becoming one. It's hard becoming one. It's a struggle to become one, because a lot of us become stuck in our ways of how we want to be and how we see things. So sometimes you have to compromise. Compromising can be hard for a person who is bullheaded and want things to be their way, like Martell. You want Melody, and let's just use them as a example, since he decided to like the fucking post. You wanted Melody to get on her knees and please you, but you didn't want to please her. When she said, hey, I like that too. You don't go down and please me when I ask for it, you busy. I don't do that. So why is it that every single time you turn around, she got to be down there getting her knees dirty to please you, but then according to her, you never gave her an oh moment? That means you're not fulfilling your duties as a man, as the husband, as the person that she chose as her one. You haven't learned how to be one. You have to learn how to be one. When you meet a person, you have to show that person how to please you, how to love you. And if you see that as a means of being trapped, then maybe it's something wrong with you. Maybe you need to go see a therapist and figure out why it is you feel trapped when you have someone that's there to try to love you. Now, I get it. A lot of people go through things in their lives prior to meeting that one. We have a lot of people who have been R-worded. That could be hard for a person to open up and allow a person to love them in the fullest capacity that they can love them, because you're still dealing with being touched inappropriately when a person wants to appropriately touch you in a way of love. Correct? Y'all know that. If you've ever been violated in your life by someone and you meet someone who is the one, sometimes it can be very hard for you to open up and allow a person to touch you as a means of loving you, because your mind continuously replayed that moment when you were touched inappropriately by someone who did not. So you have to be able to allow yourself to be open. You have to listen. A lot of being in love with a person is listening, communication. Them two right there go hand in hand. You have a lot of people who don't like to listen. If you talk too much, that means you're not listening. If your mouth is moving, like they say a lot of times, if your mouth is moving, that means your ears ain't working. Martell loves to talk a lot. And then when somebody else tried to talk, he tried to overtalk you like he know everything, but the motherfucker can't pass an open book test. You see where we're going with this? That's sad. You love to talk like you know everything, but when you really need to know everything and pass an open book test where the answers are staring you in your face, you can't even pass it. 4 times you failed an open book test, but you got so much to say. Shut your ass up. Sometimes you just got to be quiet and observe. I'm an observer. If you ever around me, they say, damn, Kimberly, you quiet. No, I'm observing. When you first meet me, I may not say many words. I'm going to speak and all of that, but I'm observing. I'm reading the room. I'm checking energies. I'm an observer. And when I tell you, I don't miss anything. I'm like this. I'm reading the room and I'm observing. You got to observe. You got to see what kind of spirits are around you. I don't just mesh with everybody. I don't just mesh with everybody. If your spirit is off, I've been on prayed before I got there. Lord, put me around the right energy. When I'm meeting somebody for the first time, put me around people with the right energy, with the right spirit. Because I don't want evil spirits around me, fake energy. I don't like that. Because you got people that can pretend to be what you want to be around for the sake of being around you, to suck up your positive energy and then try to destroy you. And as soon as you turn your back, they're on their Jason. Lord, put me around the right people. Let them have the right attitude, because I know I'm a pop offer. That's my prayer. I promise you, when I'm going somewhere for the very first time and I haven't met someone, Lord, put me around the right people. Let their energy be right. Let the attitudes be in check. Let this be an awesome experience. Because Lord, you know how you made me. Okay. Because when we get on 10, we don't come back down to 1. That's just how we are. So we have to make sure we are putting ourselves around the right people, attaching ourselves to the right people. Okay. If you see that as a I'm stuck situation, maybe you're in the wrong situation. Okay. But ultimately, the goal is to find someone that you can grow and be with, one, be at peace with, and be one with. It's hard to be one. I promise you. I'm still learning how to be one. It's a daily thing. It's a daily thing. Growth can be hard. It can. I've been with my husband almost 20 years and I'm still learning to be one. And somebody might say, oh my God, why? Because sometimes you get set in your ways. It ain't just me. I promise y'all it's him too. Okay. Baby, if you're watching my show this morning, it's you too. Okay. It's not me. But I said all that to say this. When you find your one, don't see that as being entrapped because things are not going the way you want it to go. Maybe you need to find something within yourself that you might need to change so that the two of you can mesh, because the goal is to be like this and not like this, right? The goal is to be like this. This is when you're one, when you're like this. But if you stay going like this, it's something you're missing. It's something that you're missing that's keeping you from being like this. It's supposed to be hand in glove, right? Hand in glove means love. Let's say that. I don't need to get that on a shirt. Let's continue on. Okay. Of course, Martell would like something that's contrary to what he's supposed to be liking. Okay. He has that. What's the guy that died that always has something to say negatively about women? He's got that mindset of that guy. I didn't like him too much. All right. Let's get into this Krishan Rock news, honey, because the people are pointing out that she's so busy out here on podcasts trying to run her damn mouth and not focusing on her baby. Y'all get where I'm coming from. Mm-hmm. You gotta be like this. That's the goal. To become one, you gotta be like this. If you steady doing this, you bump ahead, there's something wrong. All right. Let's get into it. All right. Here ASAP says Krishan forgets that Junior, which is her baby, cannot sit up during a during a live stream. It's weird. He is too. Y'all know he does have some disabilities. He cannot at 2 years old sit up on his own. We're getting ready to see a video of that. Okay. And we're not doing this as a means to pick at him or to anything like that, because I'm not trying to do that to anybody's child. But we're doing this to just show some type of awareness. I do feel like she does need to get him a little bit more help. He does need something going on medically, because he is two. He just turned 2 years old. He's not able to stand unassisted still. And he's not able to sit up without assistance as well. You guys get ready to see that. She's at this streaming thing, and people had to tell her, girl, pick your baby up, because he was struggling trying to sit up on his own. Let's get into this. This was very sad when I saw this. All right, let's go.
Bro, pick that baby up, bro. Bro, pick that baby. Bro, pick that baby up, bro. What the fuck?
Sad.
Bro, pick that baby up, bro. Bro, pick that baby. Bro, pick that baby up, bro. What the fuck?
Airbnbs, I mean, shit. If I'm in it for 30 days, it's my shit. Like, I'm on it for 30 days plus.
We just didn't want to, we didn't want to nigitize it yet.
Yeah, no, yeah, niggatizing is.
We're going to nigitize in about November.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Like, right when it's like.
Niggatizing.
Yeah, the niggatizing is, I'm gonna get my room done and everything. I'm gonna make sure all my shit, you know what I'm saying?
Shit, I ain't feeling your hair, bro.
Bro, it's parted and shit.
It's not feeling it, bro. That part, you got, it's like a nigga started.
It looked like you got a unit on. I'm about to do that. Exactly. Hurry up! So you got it moving around. I'm back. I look regular? I'm regular now, right? Regular what? I look regular. Wait, so listen. I'm gonna go on a blind date. Airbnbs, I mean, shit.
You can tell by like the back of his head as well, and I just know that because I'm a mom. It looks like she does not maybe give him enough tummy time. It looks like he's laying down a lot because his hair in the back, it looks like it's starting to be rubbed out by him laying back a lot, too much. I think she needs to put him like maybe in a bigger walker to maybe strengthen his legs so that he can start, standing at least, because most children stand first before they walk. They start standing unassisted to strengthen their legs, given that he don't have that strength in his legs for him to be able to start. While she carries him too much, for one. He's 2 years old now. He should have been walking at 1, but we do understand that he do have some type of disability. But I do think she needs to put him. They have toys now, walking toys, where you can give your child a hold on to, where they can kind of like start taking steps. It's given that he's still mentally, it gives that he's still like a baby, even though he's 2. She needs to put him down. She needs to like stand him up on the coffee table or something and start allowing him to start moving on his own, scooting a little bit if he can, because it gives that he's still not where he needs to be. He's definitely behind as far as his age bracket. Okay, he definitely needs some type of I don't even know at this point. It's so much. When I look at this baby, it's a lot going on with him, and I think Krishan is so focused on trying to be famous and chasing fame that she's not focused on giving this baby what he needs medically. All right. And if she's so busy, she needs to give the baby back to her sister. I don't know why she took the baby back from her sister, because she was doing everything that needed to be done for this baby. it's given this baby is more so a prop. And I'm not saying that she don't love her child, but I think that the baby is more so a prop. I think that she wants to be seen with this baby because it makes her feel bad that people are saying that you're a deadbeat mom because someone else has your child. So she wants to be seen with the baby, but I think she doesn't give the baby the attention that the baby definitely needs. He should be at least trying to walk, at least standing, if not walking at 2. But it gives, she tried to put him down just now, and when she stood him up on her lap just now, you guys could see it, his legs just kind of crumbled to where he just went back into the sitting stance versus trying to stand up. Okay, but even right here, she's holding him up. Okay, this is very sad. Now I'm gonna show you guys the video, the first one where he was trying to
Bro, pick that baby up, bro. Bro, pick that baby. Bro, pick that baby up. What the fuck?
For 30 days, it's my shit. Like, I'm on money for 30 days. Yeah.
You didn't want to nigatize it.
Yeah, niggatizing is
we're gonna nigatize it.
Yeah, I think, it's like right when it's like,
nigatize.
Yeah, the niggatizing.
I'm gonna get my room.
You guys, can y'all hear me? Am I sounding very choppy to you guys? Am I sounding choppy? Can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear me? Okay, I'm getting a message saying that I'm a little choppy. I'm not sure what's going on.
My room's done and everything.
StreamYard is not acting a fool.
I'm gonna make sure all my shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I ain't feeling your hair, bro. Bro, it's parted and shit. It's not feeling it, bro. That part that you got, it's like a nigga started. I'm about to put.
It looks like you got a unit on. I'm about to put because you can buy the unit and the part you can get exactly, and then they paint it to exactly your ball spot. Hurry up! So you got it moving around.
I'm back. I look regular. I'm regular now, right? Regular what? I look regular. Wait, so listen. I'm gonna go on a blind date.
When he turns 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, when he gets like bigger, because he's gonna be tall. You can already tell he's 2. Look how tall he is at 2. Once he gets like 5, 6, 7, 8, are you still gonna be carrying him around? At some point, you got to figure out how you're going to get him to be a little bit more independent. You can't keep putting him in the stroller. He needs to definitely come out of the stroller. He definitely needs to be in some type of walker device or something to where he can stand unassisted so that he can start strengthening his leg muscle. She carries him way too much. And it's definitely going to be a burden on her later on because you're not going to be carrying a 10-year-old around on your hip, are you? You're not going to be carrying an 8 or a 7 or 8-year-old around on your hip. You got to figure out something now. Yes, he's small now, but he's growing. He's going to be in school soon at 5, kindergarten. So what are you going to do when he gets to that? You're going to go pulling up to the school with him in a stroller at 5? And I get it, she is the first time mom, but some things you just kind of just know as a mom. Shit, I didn't read no book on how to be a mom when I had my son. Some things you just know and learn along the way. I don't feel like she has enough people around her because I know she continuously get into it with her family. So you're kind of cutting off your resources in terms of teaching you how to do things as far as being a great mom. All of her sisters have children, I think, and you definitely need that support. And with you fighting and carrying on with your sisters who stepping in, to try to step in and help you, it's just only a bad look for her. But I just really hope that something can be done here because this is so sad. Let's move on. Prayers up for this baby child. Soldier boy, you definitely need to be locked up and evaluated yourself. We're almost to the end of the show, guys. Y'all bear with me. All right, let's move into this one. Candy is sitting down and having an interview with this young man here, and he is talking about how Soldier Boy treated him. Rapper Soldier Boy. Y'all know who Soldier Boy is. Him. So Soldier Boy is accused of spitting on the food that he gave to a former cameraman that had not eaten in 3 days. Wow. Said that he ordered $1,000 worth of room service. Let's get into this because this is something else. Soldier Boy is a hot mess. All right. He also has hands for women. I am not a fan of Soldier Boy because he is very anal, he's abusive, and he's got a lot of issues. Okay. I don't know what the hell is going on with him, but let's go ahead and get into this interview with Candy.
Because at this particular time in Las Vegas, I had actually not eaten in 3 days. Ooh. I was in this tough place in life where I didn't want to beg for my paycheck or my per diem, which I wasn't getting, but because I wanted to be a boss. So I'm not going to beg for it. I don't want to act like I'm struggling. Right. And then I'm also not going to call home to my mom because I don't want her to think something's wrong on the road.
Right.
So it's like at that time, it'll be like, you would have to send me a Western Union.
Right.
So I'm in Vegas and I haven't eaten in 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very dark time because I'm not treated properly. And Soulja Boy called me to his room. We're staying at the Bellagio.
Mhm.
And he wanted to make a really like viral video.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, come to my room. I'm about to order some room service. And he ordered $1,000 worth of room service.
Mm.
And when he was done, there was so much food left over. I was excited.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I saw some chicken fingers and I was like, can I get those? Because I'm hungry. I'm really, really hungry. And he said, yeah, have whatever you want. And then he got up and he spat on the food. Because at this particular time in Las Vegas, I had actually not eaten in 3 days.
Ooh.
I was in this tough place in life where
That's the most anal shit you can do. Now, first of all, Soulja Boy was supposed to be paying this young man who was his cameraman. All right. It was working for him. He hadn't given him his money. He didn't want to go ask for it because he didn't want it to be a problem. He didn't want to cause any issues. So he's in Las Vegas. Like I said, hadn't eaten in 3 days. Soulja Boy calls him up to his hotel room and say, hey, I ordered all this food. Come upstairs to my room. He ordered $1,000 worth of room service. Obviously, they sat down. Everyone else sat down, picked over the food, which I wouldn't want the shit after that. But hey, if you ain't ate in 3 days, it don't fucking matter. So he asked him, hey, can I get the chicken fingers that you guys left behind that you didn't eat? He says, Soulja Boy gets up, goes over and spits over the food and tell him, yeah, you can have it. What kind of fucking person is that? First of all, you withholding his money from him to where he can't go and buy his own food. So it's like you imprisoning him a little bit because he needs the job so he can pay his bills. He's trying to do what he needs to do. He's working for you. So how do you order food and eat and know this man ain't ate in 3 days and don't invite him up, say, hey, come sit down and eat with us and pay him as well? So when he do get the courage to ask you, can he have whatever is left over? You spit on the food and then tell him you can have it? What kind of person is that? Now, Soulja Boy is the same person who beat up Teddy Riley's daughter, Nia Riley. If you guys remember her from Love and Hip Hop. This is the same girl who said she tried to get away from Soulja Boy and she was sitting on the steps, getting ready to go down the steps and sneak out because he had his barber come over to his house. She had had enough of him because he was putting his hands on her. So she said she packed a bag while his barber was cutting his hair. She was going down the stairs to leave his house to get away from him. And she said she felt something behind her head while going down the stairs. And she sat down very slowly on the stairs because she knew what it was. He had a pow that he put on her to prevent her from leaving. She said they sat there for almost an hour while he taunted her and told her that if she ever tried to leave him, that he would unalive her. What kind of person are you? Now, y'all know he also just had to pay another girl for putting hands on her, where she sued him and went through the courts, and she won the case for like millions of dollars that he now has to pay her for also putting his hands on her. Soulja Boy is a trash ass individual, and I hope he see this video. You are trash, sir. You are trash to spit on some food and tell this person now you can have it after you know this person who did not eat for 3 days at the hands of you not feeding him. What type of person is that? That's the lowest of the low. You might as well have spat in his face. You might as well have spat in his face if you were going to do that. Let's move along. That really pissed me off when I saw this earlier. And you can see the disgust in Candy's face too when she was interviewing him. But let's go ahead and get into some reality TV news, child, because he about sent me there. He about took me there. I don't like people like that. That's very anal. Very anal. All right, so let's get into it. As you guys can see, some celebrities are starting to pour in with giving Wendy some love with this going on with her with these felonious charges that she's facing. She and her husband Eddie. We've been talking about this now. This is going on week 2. I'm about tired of talking about it, but we have to give you guys all the updates as they come in. So it said that Stacey had Wendy's back like a real sister. Just a reminder that supporting someone during the difficult times does not mean that they agree with what you potentially did, that they are just supporting their friend. And they said that I think that does speak volumes. Yeah, it does speak volumes to support a person when they're going through that. Again, and I would keep saying it, as smart as Wendy is, I feel like this was the dumbest thing she could have ever done, because you jeopardized everything. And it sounds like you're going to jeopardize your spot on the show as well, Real Housewives of Potomac, if you don't soon allow cameras to come in and film you. I told you guys the other day that Andy Cohen was saying that Wendy is not allowing the camera crew for Bravo to come in and film her and her husband for the show Real Housewives of Potomac, because she's embarrassed. She's ashamed of the charges that she's facing. She doesn't want to be seen right now. And unfortunate for her, she signed a contract that she has to be filmed by Bravo and their cameras for the season. So y'all know she's already been let go from the college. She was already let go from the wife swap show for Bravo as well. So now if you don't get it together, you're going to lose probably the only income that you really have coming in, which is your Bravo check. And I hear Bravo paid their employees very well. So let's go ahead and get into the support post, we'll call that different celebrities have now started pouring in for Wendy Osefo. All right. So Stacey, which is on Real Housewives of Potomac, says, "Love you," with the heart emoji. Wendy then responds by saying, "At Stacey Rosh, thank you for being a true friend and sister. I love you." Let's continue. Marlo Hampton also put up the fire emoji. This is where they have their little catchphrases, we'll call it, for Bravo, for whenever the show comes on Real Housewives of Potomac. So Marlo Hampton is showing her love. Angela Oakley is showing her love. Cynthia Bailey from Real Housewives of Atlanta is showing her love. Who's this? Preston Mitchum says, "I love you, friend, and always praying with and for you." Okay, so she's getting an outpouring of love of people who are stepping in again. Okay, why they showing it again? I'm not sure. You see Marlo Hampton here is put up the fire emoji. She's getting a few people coming in to show her some love and give her some encouragement, because it's given that she is, I think she might be going through some type of depression now, is what it sounds like, because she doesn't want to be seen outside after these charges. And y'all know this is everywhere. People are still talking about it like it just happened yesterday, where she did these insurance frauds, defrauded the insurance company and lied to the police, giving false police statements as well. So she don't want to be seen outside because of what people are saying about her. It's like everywhere she turns, everybody's like, "Girl, ain't you Wendy Osefo, that girl that did that fraud?" You know, she doesn't want to be seen and or have to answer to people. You guys, I showed y'all the video when she was released from jail, she and her husband, how they backed their car into the driveway and they hurried up and ran into the house because the camera crew was out there. Like, they really do not want to face anyone that's going to ask them any questions about this case, at which they should not be talking about it, because you don't want someone to misconstrue what you have to say and then use it against you later on before you get to give your testimony in court. So that I get, that you don't want to step out and be saying anything. But she, it does look like she does have a few, castmates from other shows and from her show is stepping up to give her some support in this situation. Shout out to CC Loves You on that. All right, moving along. That's still a horrible thing. Kim Zolciak is now seen with her married boyfriend. Okay, y'all know she was with Big Papa when she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta before, where they told her to close her legs to married men. Shout out to the girls are fighting on this. All right, this is the man here. She is seen. He kind of looks like Corey a little bit. Okay, she has a type. She does have a type, but this is the man who the wife is suing. He's in a $100 million lawsuit right now with his wife while they're going through divorce. Kim Zolciak is messing with this man, and he purchased her a townhome. I showed you guys that yesterday. He purchased her a townhome and some other expensive gifts as well, and the wife is now suing, and Kim Zolciak has been brought in that situation as well. Shout out again to the girls are fighting. Kim Zolciak spotted with new boyfriend after drama with his estranged wife over $100 million divorce. Kim Zolciak and her new man has a new man in her life, Kyle Moitz, an entrepreneur, but things are about to get messy. They said that Kyle is in the middle of a huge $100 million divorce battle with ex Jillian, and now Kim Zolciak is being dragged in the middle of it as well. Now it says that Jillian's legal team has already sent a subpoena to Kim demanding details about her relationship with Kyle. Said that, yep, Miss Kim's new romance is now a part of a more legal drama. It said that Kim's been trying to move on from her own messy divorce from Croy Bierman, but it seems like the drama just keeps following her. Now, y'all know Croy was also jumping in the middle of this as well and talking to the wife, feeding the wife of this man, feeding them information about Kim. I'm like, Croy, stay out of this shit, okay? But yeah, so Kim is seeing a married man, as she was doing when she was on the show before with Big Papa, and she's been getting some very expensive, lavish gifts from this man, and the wife is not having it. I think that she is asking for this new townhome that her husband has purchased for Kim. I think she's asking for that back because, of course, that would be her money as well, since they are married. Half of what he owns is also hers. It was purchased during the marriage, so that would also make that her money that was used to purchase his side piece, which is Kim Zodiac, this lavish townhome that he's purchased her, since she was kicked out of her own home for not making the mortgage payments because she and Croy, well, mostly Kim, mismanaged money due to her gambling addiction and her smoking addiction and shopping addiction and all her other addictions. Okay, but Kim is said to be making an appearance on season 17 as a friend of on the show. We'll see what happens with that. She will get a check, probably not as huge as she would being a peach holder, but we'll see how this pans out. But she is named in this lawsuit as well. Moving right along. Okay, I think that might be my last topic. Yeah, that is my last topic. Good, because I do have to go. All right, but that is it for Car Chronicles this morning. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Please don't forget to hit the like button, all right, to subscribe, and also subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. You can share the video if you like as well. I will be back for a midday pop-in for you guys. Let me go ahead and thank my top flight mods for a job well done. True TV Podcast, Tyra, KBR, Sweet Essence, Scorpion Miss, and Rose Armstead. Thank y'all so much for modding for me. Jonetta Speaks, thanks so much for stopping by. Schoolboy, if you're in the house, thank you. Queen Speaks TV, Shay Renee in the Bushes, thank you, ma'am. Simple Family TV, I saw you in the house. Thanks for being here. Miss Dee, thank you for being here as well. JCD Creations, thank you for being here as well. If there's any other content creators in the chat, please let me know so that I can acknowledge you before we get out of here. Just type me in the chat and I will give you guys your acknowledgement. Thanks for 362 watching this morning. Thank you guys for 362 watching this morning. Okay, that's it. All right, well, we're gonna get out of here. You guys have a wonderful day. I will see you guys later. Happy Monday to you all. All right, I see y'all commenting. Thank y'all again. Okay, until the next video.
Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the words I say and turn them to a game. Take the best I say and put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you